Oh, it's time. Time to get radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Nah, Kenny, I'm telling you, I don't need you for this one, okay? I can do this one all on my own, Kenny, all right? I don't.
You sure you don't need my help? Because, I need to know the definition of email. You know what the definition of...
Or e-walking.
Or e-talking?
E-talking. Okay, maybe I'll let you in on this joint. For growing perspective, okay? No one else but for growing perspective. Now, Kenny, I'm going to ask you, what the heck is this term called e-begging?
E-begging.
What the heck is it?
I'm perplexed. I'm trying to figure out what it is myself. I'm not sure. Is it like email? Wait a minute. If you put the terms together, e-begging. Begging for money through the internet, through, electronic
Yeah.
begging is pretty much what it is. I don't understand how anybody can say they don't know the definition of e-begging or what e-begging is.
You mean like adults?
Yeah,
Like
adults.
grown adults.
Exactly.
Everybody
knows
people
what-
late 20s, 30s, 40s, adults
Yeah.
on the internet, maybe with channels. Like, I listened to that, and, there was a lot of people that stopped by that comment section.
Mhm.
Our good friend, our dear friend 8-Bit Eric, the Game Chasers, I think the completionist for some reason. A lot of people stopped by that comment section, and they thanked them for having an open, honest discussion on it. And it was an open discussion. I'll know, honest, I'm not sure.
Right.
When they got to the part with Metal Jesus, I think you and I both kind of gagged a little bit.
Exactly.
Now tell them exactly what I revealed about Metal Jesus in that Basement League video around December. Tell them exactly what I pinned. How did I pin that conversation? What was the smoking gun, Kenny? What was the smoking gun?
The smoke was the Patreon,
The link?
the link to in his video asking for money, pretty much asking.
Well, it wasn't like, it was,
It's-
okay, if
it's
you remember,
there.
it wasn't asking, okay?
Right.
Technically, let's clear the air here, Kenny, okay? Metal Jesus has not technically ever clasped his hand together. He's not clasped his hand together, got on his knees, and begged people technically. He's never
Right.
technically did it. But
that link mysteriously popped up in that video.
and it was a pinned comment with the link.
Mhm.
And if you check out, maybe he's edited all this from now on, but back then, if he was kind of a clever boy, he would go and he would pin that Patreon link at every single video.
Right.
If he was a clever boy.
Exactly.
But before then, I noticed that stuck out as the one that he pinned.
Right.
Now, why would a person, construct that kind of video like that and then pin their own Patreon link in the comment? Because
Mhm.
they want people to donate money to them.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, they can stealthily do that. And if any of you are new here and you would like an education concerning Metal Jesus and the Basement League saga, check my Metal Jesus Critical Satire video playlist and probably pick up on part 2 to 3. Part 1, not that great. I was just kind of testing the basement waters there in part 1. Just testing the waters there, but 2 and 3, especially 3, a lot of good meat on that one. So if anyone ever wants the definitive Metal Jesus Basement League videos, this is who you're going to come see. So what else did they talk about? They talked about the Game Chasers stuff a little bit. Did they bring up that? You watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I got bored halfway through, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I pretty much stopped at the Metal Jesus thing about him posting his link in this Patreon that he does it all of his videos.
Well, I think I remembered something about, they talked about work in some way. Didn't they?
The other thing, I think that's pretty much where I stopped, where they talk about everybody, pretty much all of them have jobs. This one guy,
right.
He does YouTube, so he said they all pretty much have
jobs,
because YouTube is his job.
Of course, yeah.
So
Well, I mean, that's kind of open for discussion. I know some people will feel differently to come here, and that's okay. It's open for discussion. You and me, how do you feel? Do you feel like YouTube is a job? Like we're at work right now. Do you feel that YouTube is a job, or it can be a job? How do you feel about that?
Well, it would be a source of income, but I don't know if you would define that as a job.
Mostly living.
Living would probably be the better word of it, because YouTube don't offer you medical care, health care, dental. How is your YouTube dental care, by the way?
I'm not sure. How's the commute? How's the commute to work?
Great.
It's a great.
You know,
it's a great
commute.
You know, it's
I
it's
get out
from
of
the
bed.
bedroom to the living room
Exactly.
to the computer. Most cases, and we joke, but I know there's some cases, some rare cases where you have YouTube channels, and there's people that have a whole like staff.
Yeah.
There are some huge YouTube channels out here, and what we're mostly talking about is people that maybe do game pickup videos, or you know, you hold a camera and you go to flea markets and you pick up games, or you chase games down, and you know, in those instances, I don't see that as a job.
Right.
Like you're not going to convince me and a lot of other Americans that that's work.
Mhm.
Much less that you know you could ever get burned out from that.
So you put on your resume, oh, what do you do for a living?
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
oh, I'll run around and film myself getting video games.
yeah. Like if someone came here and said that, you know, you probably look at them like, huh,
Like, what?
really? Well, I mean, what you'd say like, okay, but what are your skills?
Right.
You know, getting great deals on games is my freaking skills.
Exactly.
You should see me open a box of NES games. That's a great skill. You got to use a certain kind of blade to open it, you know, efficiently. And you got to smile really big when they give you good gifts. But when you get, you know, crappy gifts, you got to be like, really? That's not even the set.
Exactly.
You're just going to give me this one game, not the set. And there's some sun fading on it. Yeah. But no, still, I mean, it's good that there's a conversation. And it's good to see that other people on other channels are having the conversation. Nothing wrong with the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't agree with a lot of it, but I think there's some things maybe in that talk that we can't agree with, you know? None come to mind right now, but I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some.
Somewhere down the line.
Somewhere, you know. And here's one great thing I like about Games 81. You notice, like, the comments I left? They actually appeared on the freaking video.
They were actually there.
They were there! I was shocked. I was like, really? Homeboy gonna let me hit on this? Wow. You know?
Okay.
What did I leave? Like, I left somebody that I think somebody got comment of the day on that video. Because, you know, it don't stop at my channel. I can actually go in other comment sections, and I can do whole specials on other people's comment section. You know, if I extend. If I get the Patreon tiers enough, then that's one stretch goal. Is to go to other channels and actually run Radical Comment of the Day on other channels. You know,
That'd be awesome.
I compare that favorably to a channel like, you know, I've said this before, the Game Chasers. If you go to their video right now, the latest video, and they're a huge channel, okay, they get lots of views on their videos. I think the last one maybe got 20, 30,000 views, I'm not sure. Now me, I usually rock around 1,000, you know, about $1,000, something like that. But you can check, you know, I get a lot of activity in the comment section. Hardly like an hour goes by on a video, if it's recent, where I don't get some kind of comment. Okay, and I'm not the Game Chasers. Okay, I don't have a movie coming up anytime soon. I'm not going to be a big movie star. All right, I'm just Rick. You know, I ain't nothing special. But here's the thing. I can tell you that they get more comments than one every couple freaking hours.
They would have to.
They would have to. So maybe we should rename them from the Game Chasers to the Cherry Pickers. Cherry
That's what it
Pickers.
seems like to me.
You know.
True. I mean,
Now, some of those comments might be silly. Maybe like some of those comments are about doing things, you know, inappropriate things with a cheeseburger, maybe.
right.
You know what I'm saying? The term, I can't say it because we're trying to stay positive and
Yeah.
family friendly. Positive with a capital P, baby. You know how we roll.
I'm glad I could help you do this video, you know, help you put this together
Yeah,
and inspire you. And
I was all lost in the 3,500.
Yeah.
I was lost.
it was
you
you
know,
was totally lost.
Totally lost, you know.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a 4,000 one next.
You know, it's not that far away, the
Yeah,
4,000.
it's really close.
Not that far away. You know, one person jinxed me the other day. They said, like, hey, can't wait till 5,000. I'm like, oh, you jinxed it. Now I'm never going to hit 5,000. Because what we say at 5,000? Patreon, baby. Patreon. See, I got a whole plan with this, you know. Got a whole plan. I think they'll be okay with it, you know. We need Patreon dollars to continue holding this recorder up and talking into it. This is really difficult. Couldn't you use a NES game? I could use a NES game right now.
Exactly.
This makes me feel like I need a NES game.
You know, I think my deck needs to be repaired, or my basement has a leak.
Your what?
My basement.
Your
And my-
deck?
And my deck. I need a new deck.
Oh.
It has.
Well, you know, if you have a leak, they make pills for that.
My deck leaking.
Okay. Thank you, Kenny. Hopefully you like this growing perspective. See you later. Oh, and we call Kenny the Birdman. Tell him why they call you the Birdman. Do your special trick, your superpower.
This is my superpower. This is my next level.
He evolved! The Pokemon evolved!
Pokemon has evolved to the next level.